Okay, so now this is what backward reversibility is about. Okay, so now going to the bidirectional. Bidirectional is actually merging both, doing combination of both forward and backward is going to be a bidirectional traceability. Okay, so when it will be done is obviously as we have both, it is going to be done before and after execution and confirms if each requirement has test cases and change in requirement can be maintained while doing a bidirectional traceability. Okay. So actually to speak, these were a part of waterfall. Okay, this traceability matrix and all were part of waterfall. But in Agile, what happens is now we are using Jira, right? So in Jira, obviously we have epic, story, and we map everything, right? When you worked upon on Jira, you would have when you tried working on Jira, you would have seen you'll create an epic, you'll create a story, you'll map that epic with the story. Story with the epic. Then you'll create test case. You'll again map the test case with the story, and then when you create a bug, you will map the what to say your test case. So obviously traceability automatically happens in Jira, which is mostly used in Agile. Okay, so but this is requirement traceability matrix is a very important topic you should know to crack your interview. And one more is if you are put in some other not other than Agile and you need to do traceability, you have to be you should know about it. Okay, in Jira we can download, we need not create a traceability matrix, we can automatically download a traceability matrix from Jira itself directly. Okay, so that's the reason I wanted you to know in detail. Now the next is attributes. Okay, now attributes is nothing but what are all the contents of your requirement traceability matrix. So first goes with your requirements. Okay, so you have to have your requirement ID and a requirement description. Then you would have created a test scenario, right? So you have a test scenario, and then comes the test case. So test case ID and test case description. Then for this test case, you would have got a test result, right? You should put that test result, and based on the test result, if you have a defect, you have to have a defect ID and defect status. Okay, so this is all about requirement traceability matrix. Now what we are going to do is the remaining time. So now I have three business requirements. Okay, now in this class for the first requirement, we are going to write test scenario, we are going to write test case, and we are going to create a traceability matrix. And for the other two, you people can pick any one, and you can write the same what test scenario, test case, and requirement traceability you have to create, and you share me on the classroom or WhatsApp. Okay, so now we'll start preparing. So we'll have the first one. So now the first requirement is, now you open, when you open your Swiggy app, right? Swiggy online, maybe, wait. I logged in already. So this is your Swiggy window, right? So now for this Swiggy window, my first business requirement is user should click on sign up button to get registered and access Swiggy. So this is my what to say requirement. So my business requirement ID is BR1. So for this, now I'm going to write test script. So how we are going to do it is user should click on sign up button. Okay. And then what will happen is next is user should enter his details enter his details and click on continue. Okay, maybe like I already have an account. Don't know how to do it now. It will not let me. I don't know how to do it here. What will happen after this also, I don't know. Anybody doesn't have Swiggy account? Most of us will be having. 1 second. Okay. So now we have to say user enters OTP or verifies OTP and his account gets created. Okay, this is a scenario. Okay, so user should click on sign up button, and after that user should enter his details and click on continue. Then user verifies OTP and his account gets created. So this is going to be a test scenario. Okay, now we'll create a test case for this. Okay, so now we'll be having test case ID as Swiggy. So Swiggy underscore 001. Description is going to be, what I'm going to do first is click click on sign up button. Okay, so my precondition is nothing. Steps, I'm going to open Swiggy URL. So what is the expected result is Swiggy opens. Okay, or Swiggy application opens on browser. Okay, so next is Swiggy underscore 002. Sorry, so not now. Next, what I do is click on sign up button, right? So now what happens after clicking on sign up button? So sign up page opens up. Okay, sign up page opens. So this is your first test case. Now second test case will be 002. Enter basic information about user. Okay. Enter more phone number. Phone number should be entered. Then enter
Enter
name,
email ID.
email ID. Okay, email ID, email entered, and enter name, right? enter name. Name is entered. Now click on what button? Continue button. So when I click on this, what happens?
OTP, ma'am.
Yeah, verify OTP. Verify OTP screen should be displayed. Okay, so this is my Swiggy 002 test case. Now comes my third one. So here what I do is validate OTP and create account. Okay, so for this, your precondition would be OTP should be received, right? Now enter OTP. OTP should be entered and what hidden, right? Hidden. Next is click on something, submit or something. Okay, submit button. Now Swiggy account for the phone number provided above should be created. Okay, so this is going to be my test case. Okay, so this is going to be my test case for the what requirement 1 and scenario. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to create a requirement traceability matrix. So as I said, what are the fields on a requirement traceability matrix? Wait, I'll open it. Requirement ID, requirement ID, requirement description, and test scenario, then test case ID, test case description, then test result, defect ID, and defect status, right? I forgot the last one now. I think it should be defect status. Yeah. Why I am not able to move this? Where is it? Excel now?
Ma'am, go to WPS application.
Okay, it's in step. Okay, thank you. Status. Okay. So these are going to be my requirement traceability matrix. Okay, so where is that? So this now first we are having a requirement ID as BR001 and test scenario as imagine TS1. Okay, so now I'm going to add these details here. Business requirement ID is this one. The description is this. Okay, test scenario is going to be this one. Or you can, sometimes they give the test scenario directly. Okay, for this is the test scenario. And test case ID for this one. So this is your test case ID for the first test scenario. And your test case description is going to be this one. So this will be during your execution. Okay. So the second one is these two are going to be the same, right? But your test scenario is going to change. So this one. And this is SW002. and your test case description is going to be this one. And now the third one is SW003. Okay, so this is how your requirement traceability will be. One second. Okay, now what we'll do is, now imagine we are executing it. Okay, so now we are going to execute this test cases. Not the we'll not be executing the test scenario. We'll be just executing the test case. So imagine, where is it? Now I'm executing this test case. What happens is, here it is a pass. Here it is a pass again. So this first test case passed. Second test case is also passed. Now my third test case fails. This is passed, but here it fails. And I create a, oh, okay, sorry. And I create a bug ID for that. Bug underscore 001. Now what we'll be doing is, on this requirement traceability matrix, so here we have the test result. This is pass, right? And for this is also pass. But my third test case has failed. Overall test result is this one. Okay. And we have a defect ID bug 001, and the status of the bug is open or new. We have just now created, so it is new. So this is the how the test requirement traceability matrix will appear. Okay, and this is how you can track. So this bug ID belongs to this test case. So this test case belongs to this requirement. So now even we can have the story also. If we have a story, this is going to be epic. Imagine this is a epic. Okay, epic one, and we have multiple stories for this. We can put them instead of this test scenario. This is going to be a story, this is going to be a story. So like we'll have like this story 1 for agile, I'm saying. Okay, story 2 and story 3. So we can we can backtrace it, and we can find out which part of our epic fails, which epic fails, which story fails, and which test case fails, right? So this is called as requirement traceability matrix. So any doubt in this? Any doubt?
Ma'am, here also we need to type that negative comments also, right?
Yeah,
No,
you
ma'am.
should be having your negative test cases here also.
So
I
either
have.
in
No,
another epic or we can continue it in the same epic itself,
no.
ma'am.
Here you will not have your negative. On a test case, you'll be having your negative. Okay, this is a positive scenario, right? So for
Yes,
negative, what
ma'am.
you will do is enter a invalid OTP. Here I have enter a valid OTP, right? So I'll have a
Okay.
different thing with invalid OTP, and you should also test that.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
So that here you will be putting it as a story. Sorry, test case ID only you'll be having for that. The story
Okay,
will be
ma'am.
the same, but you will have a different test case ID for a, see, I have a negative scenario, imagine, for this 004. That's a good question. So what I will do is I will map this. Okay, so story will be the same, but you'll have a different test case ID and results. Okay, so not to confuse you people, I have put it in a simple way. So this is
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
requirement traceability. Any more questions from anyone? Okay, so now coming to your exercise, we have an exercise for today. Please, I'm expecting all of you people to send me back, okay? Because I'm getting only from 2 or 3 people. So I'm expecting from everyone, because here we are going to cover almost everything, right? So It would be good if you share me across. So we have these two business requirements. Okay. So you people need to like try creating test scenarios. Sorry. Test scenario and test case and requirement traceability matrix for them. You can have anything failed. Okay. You can have any of the test case failed for your understanding. You can just try to create them. Okay. Fine. Everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any clarifications you can ask me now?